Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4, and today we are going to be tackling the Northwest 200 with the retro CBR 900 Fireblade. I can't remember which year this one actually came out. I think it's 1992? Might be a bit of a guess, but we'll figure out towards the end of the video. But anyway, this is going to be a long one. This is the Northwest 200, so you're automatically assuming it's going to be a good 4-minute lap, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how quick we can tackle it. But ultimately, I'm going to try and do as many laps as I possibly can here. I'm going to try a minimum of 5 laps without crashing. So we'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to trying it. But I must give a massive shout out to Sven Zerks8490 for the video suggestion. This video was suggested about a month ago, but I just haven't had the chance to actually do the voiceover yet. So I'm doing it now, and I'm doing it for you. So for those people who wanted to see this video, this is for you. I do hope this video is what you're looking for, so I hope you enjoy. Now, of course, another thing that he mentioned was a really good idea actually, was change the riding style from my shoulders out version to the traditional riding style of the old school. And I've got to say, it kind of changed the dynamic on Ride 4. It felt different. It felt like I could actually turn in a different way. And I'm surprised that it's taken me 450 plus videos to finally try changing the riding style. I think the last time I did this is when I used one of the older bikes for a long time ago, so this is quite unique. The only downfall with Northwest 200 is my fingers and thumbs are going to get tired, but with the feeling of this bike, I do love this bike, and the idea of changing it up with the riding style, I think this one's going to be quite interesting. So for the first couple of laps, I'm probably going to start out a little bit slow, and then we'll build up the courage and the confidence to try some more daring corners, let's say. So let's see how we get on. I do want to reiterate again, this is going to be a long video, so I apologise if my voice decides to die at any point. But I've hooked up with an iron brew and a few other beverages as well, so hopefully it'll keep me going. But anyway, coming out to the Ballysally roundabout for turn 7, we're on to yet again another long straight. Now, it's interesting this one, because when I first started playing this track, I won't lie to you, I got a little bit bored and I had no inspiration to continue, but I'm going to keep on pushing and we'll see what we can end up with. And honestly, towards the latter stage of this video, I was really pushing really hard and trying to improve the lap times, and I had a lot of fun. The only downfall is just those long straights. It's like Monza but extended. Massive straights broken up every now and again by a small chicane. It's not ideal, and I think with Ride 4's nature of me just sitting there holding the trigger down and holding the tuck in, it's just really not that intuitive or interesting for me on board. But I hope it's interesting for you guys, because this is, of course, a very difficult circuit as we go hard on the brakes. Interesting to see how early we went there. I'm sure I'm going to go a little bit later on towards the end of the video. But nice ideal line there coming out of the Carnal Ridge. And now onto the speed once again. Now, I did choose the soft option front and rear, but as you can see already, we've got very cold tyres. So unfortunately, we're not going to be optimal temperature throughout this race, but I'm going to go as late as I can on the brakes. Probably could go actually a little bit later there as we brake into the left-hand side for the Metropole. Now, something interesting to mention as well, we changed the riding style after Sven's suggestion, but I went that little bit step further, and I also removed any sort of leg dangle under the braking. And I think that looks a little bit more realistic. I don't think we've ever seen it back in the days. I don't recall Kevin Schwantz or Max Biaggi or anyone like that doing it from early days, or even earlier than that. So even like Barry Sheene, I don't think he ever had the the leg out. Knee maybe, but not the leg. I certainly don't think that was the thing until maybe the 2000s. But of course, guys, if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does help out the channel. And of course, with Ride 5 being just a few days away, apologies, I think it's a great time to subscribe and get yourself inundated with lots of bike content. It's good for you and it's good for me, so I would appreciate if you would entertain me and hit that subscribe button. But a nice quick change of direction there. That's probably the best part of the Northwest 200. Maybe that and the first couple of corners. Very interesting. Very difficult to get right. But that has been the first lap complete already, so that's gone rather quick. The first lap time across the line is a 4:41.172. I don't know where that is in the terms of context. I do believe there was someone on one of the leaderboards who was on a different bike. I think it was one, maybe 1000 or something more modern. And I know they were a 4 minute 39. I'm pretty confident we can beat that, so we'll keep on pushing and see what we can produce. But hard on the brakes as you get to the second lamppost there. Start braking in. Nice and tight. Again, not doing a leg dangle, just using the knee. Completely and old-fashionedly old school. Well put, of course, for the old school moment. But now onto the brakes, a little bit out of shape. Going into the roundabout for the second time of this video. Very close there, goodness me. Almost touching the knee. That's a thumbnail if I ever did see one. So bringing on the power. Just noticed that the front tyre has begun to get a little bit warmer now. That's a great sign, especially with heavy braking markers coming up now for the next couple of corners. But of course we do have this ginormous straight. Not quite as straight, but it's close enough to stay straight all the way through, apart from this bit here. You can of course full throttle, but you do get into the bumps and bruises of the circuit, so just be careful there. Something else to mention since we're on a long straight, this will be my last ever Ride 4 video. Ride 5 comes out on Monday, and there's going to be a lot of content to do and a lot of content made for it, so yeah, and just stick around for lots of Ride 5, but I do apologise for those Ride 4 fanatics, but I think after today's video, Ride 4 will be retired. I just want to reiterate that, so if you're going to think of anything now for video suggestions, think of it on Ride 5, ladies and gentlemen. How exciting is it to finally get the 5th installment of Ride? I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait to show you the content that I've made already. So into the right hand side then, into the Ballysally roundabout for turn 7, back into the left hand side again. Quite close to the rumble strip there, but we're able to keep the bike up. And then across to the right hand side, beautiful change of direction with the Honda. Handles very nice, I do really like this bike. The 900 CBR Fireblade, as we now go onto the straight again. I just recalled I did do a time trial with this bike before in Valencia as we go up by 0.6 of a second. Probably can brake a little bit later than the yellow sign there, so let's try it out. I'll use a lot of rear brake as well. Really slow the bike down, go into the tight apex of the corner, quick change of direction, and get back on the power. Nicely done. This will be our second lap completed in just a few moments' time. So on the long straight, approaching what I think we just passed really, halfway distance of the Northwest 200. Still charging down, the throttle's getting pinned to the back. Something else to mention actually, which I think I said I was going to do, but honestly I think just time has just caught up to me really quickly. I did want to try and get all of the achievements on Steam. Ooh, goodness me, that was not a great corner. I wanted to get all the Steam achievements for Ride 4, but unfortunately I didn't do it. I had to do a lot of the affinity work for some of the DLC bikes, but the DLC bikes weren't that interesting. Apart from the likes of the a couple of others on there that I've actually done already. Apart from those ones I've done, the rest of them just weren't that interesting. I think what really put me off was one of the Harley Davidsons, the XR 1200. It just wasn't interesting to do, and it was quite the grind to get it to level 5. There's some great bikes on there, from the Super Veloce to the Moto Guzzi, the GPZ. I didn't do that one actually either, but it's a great bike, of course. Shout out to Andy Yates if you're watching. But unfortunately I never did get that achievement, so yeah, apologies there, Andy. Small bump in the road there. It's a very difficult corner to get right after going under the bridge. You have to be right on your game, and you can't really be just winging it to the right hand side. It's a difficult corner. I mean, the whole track is a difficult track, but when you get it right and when you've done it properly, it does feel incredibly sensational. So now with a quick change direction, and we're looking for the braking markers. You see that number 3 on your left hand side there. Make sure you brake well before that if you're trying to compete with my lap time set today. Follow the guide with the arrow. Nicely done. And as we go in the right hand side, brake nice and early for that quick change direction. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful turn there. You got to go in early. It feels unorthodox. Sometimes you feel like you're going to just hit the curb, but you go early, you point it the right direction, and it works wonders. So now into the left hand side, we will be crossing the line once again. Goodness me, that was a bit scary. It's a 4-minute 43.77. So okay, an improvement. Not a massive improvement, but we'll see how the rest of the laps fare. So of course, guys, if you think you can do better, let me know in the comments section down below. Even consider joining the Discord server if you want to post your lap times in there. I do appreciate this is a very long video with also a very long challenge and task ahead if you want to compete. So yeah, do it if you want to, but you don't have to. There's certainly no pressure on the DrAce channel. The only thing I will press you is, though, to hit that subscribe button. I'm almost there to 8,000 subscribers, so it would help a lot if I could get there before Ride 5 comes out, or very much similar to. Maybe by the end of the month. Yeah, we'll go for a compromise. We'll say the end of the month. So now into the left-hand side again. Oh, goodness me! Just scratched the left-hand side of the Honda. I don't think the guys in the factory are going to be happy with that one, especially for only renting this bike. I was able to buy it with the 2 million plus credits I've got from storing it in the game, from earning so many credits from winning races and podiums and whatnot. Of course, just playing the game, you get a hell of a lot of credits, and especially doing the weekly challenges. I don't know if that's going to be a thing in Ride 5, but if it is, then everyone can buy lots and lots of bikes, and that's a good world to be in. Everybody wants to earn lots and lots of bikes. So, back on the straight again. I had a notification from the Discord server. It seems to be rather active tonight. That's always good to see. If you do want to be part of the Discord server, you can join in the link in the description down below. I do have a invite code there which will never end, so it never expires. So by all means, you can join that there, ask me questions, or even discuss things with the other aces. So now onto the brakes again. It's always a nerve-wracking corner, this one, because sometimes you feel like you're going too early, and then sometimes you feel like you're just going way too late. This time around, I would say I went perfect, so I'm happy with how that turned out. But now into the right-hand side, then quickly over to the left. Look how gentle we are in that change of direction. That's how you got to be here at the Northwest 200. Start throwing things in left and right and getting yourself loose and a little bit unnerved. That's when mistakes are going to happen. And I don't want to be making any mistakes right now. For this video, it was headset on, volume to the maximum, doors closed, full concentration mode was engaged. It has to be done for any of these long circuits, from the Nordschleife, Ulster, Northwest 200, the Southwest 100, and even the fantastic Macau. So now into the right. Good tight apex. Beautiful change of direction there. Back across to the right. Don't think I could have done that any better. That was stupendous. I'm really happy with that one. The complete, perfect, ideal lap could be coming in right now if I did focus on those sort of corners. Getting those corners right is just maximum performance for any long lap, because even gaining a 10th or 2 it's quite a lot in the grand scheme of things, but the potential is you can earn seconds, so you still got to keep on pushing and see what you can actually produce. But I do appreciate a lap like this, 3 minutes, 4 minutes in, you are a bit nervous, because if you mess it up now, you've got that entire journey to do again. If it's a 1 minute lap time or a 1 minute 30, it's not that bad. It's not the end of the world. You can soon restart, and within a minute and a half you're going to be back to where you were once again. But this time, yeah, there's a lot more to lose here today, and I always get rather intense about that, because it's a video lost if I've messed it up, you know what I mean? So it's very important I do get it right. But there we go, up by half a second as we approach into the church corner. Not a bad entry in there. I felt like I'd lost a bit of confidence and speed, but this part always gets me down, so yeah, that small kink in the road where it just lifts up ever so slightly, just, yeah, it has me on the edge of my seat. I really don't like that corner. It just makes me nervous, but I'm happy to see that we were able to get through that without any problems. We're manifesting a decent lap time if we stay together. I'm going to keep an eye out for that number 3 pinned on one of the lampposts here. There it is in the distance. Start braking nice and early. Lots of front brake. Slowing ourselves down in a calm and collected manner. We're in the spot for a triumph. So into the right hand side, back to the left. Nice. Once again, tackling it with such confidence. You've got to have some temerity to really push in the circuits like these, because it is easy to start relaxing and saying, well, I've done the lap now, let's start taking it easy, let's chill. But that's what we're not going to do. We're not going to do that here. And that's again across the line. A 4:39, 8:49. I've done that every single time now. I've mentioned that it's a 1 minute lap and not a 4 minute. So not a bad effort, do I say so myself. Shout out to the marshal to the right hand side there, keeping an eye on the proceedings here. Must be relatively boring for the fans, because if you think about it, it's one rider going past every 4.5 minutes. Wouldn't be that great to be a spectator here in the Northwest 200 right now. Of course, when you have lots of bikes, it'll be different, but with just one lone rider, not much to see. And I guess that's why it isn't a massive turnout. You can see near the houses and the garages that there's not really anyone there. No interest has been piqued from the virtual aces, more so from the real life aces, once again getting close to the roundabout. Very close, as a matter of fact. Any closer, we would be singing the song by Yes. So now onto the straight. and try and go for the middle and to the left. I would advise, if you ever go into this straight here, don't go on the right-hand side because it just seems a lot more bumpier, and there's no real reason to go to the right-hand side because your racing line's to the left, so yeah, just bear that in mind. Follow it as if you were driving on a British road. Don't be following it as if you were driving... Oh, 1 second! Okay, that's nice. So 3 laps in, well, this is my 4th lap, isn't it? So now the feeling and the momentum is getting there. So we're about halfway distance of this video, and this is where things are going to really heat up. This is when things can really go wrong. You're pushing, you've got that momentum, you've got the confidence. It can soon come down to a shock in an instant if you're not careful. So we've got to make sure we get this braking marker here pretty relaxed upon the brakes, using a bit of rear brake just to slow ourselves down. There pops up the subscribe button. Hello to that again. A little bit of wheelie coming out to the left-hand side there. Not really what we were looking for, but now onto the right-hand side, into the Ballysalla roundabout for the 4th time of asking. Can you believe that? Into the left, still holding a nice apex. Oh, we were getting really close to the rumble strip there. Well, I guess it's not even a rumble strip, is it? It's a blatant curb. Any closer to that would just be on the pavement or even on the grass separating on the roundabout. So, just keep on going and see what we can do. I'm hoping... Oh, it is! I was just about to say, I'm hoping we're still up by a second because I felt like we were tackling the Ballysalla roundabout really well. So, onto the brakes. Oh, that might be a little bit late. It looks good. Is it? Ah, it's not ideal. Not particularly ideal, that, because we had to close the door by going too tight to the apex, and that has cost us a little bit of time, so... Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I'm still confident we can get a 4-minute 38. It's only 9/10 of a second we'd need, and we're already trending by a second. This one's going quite well. Here we go, then. Still charging on the straight. I'm going to try and brake a little bit later this time around. We usually brake at that yellow sign. I'm going to give it everything. Look how much rear brake was getting applied there. Cutting onto the... Whoa! Whoa, steady. We were really close to the curb again there as well. Ran across the temporarily rumble strip. Bounced across that and got really close to the curb then for the left-hand side. Bit nerve-wracking, bit tense. But we're still on it. So keep on pushing. Hard on the brakes. Into the left-hand side. No leg dangle as mentioned before. Oh, that was really tight to the apex. Every little moment like that. You wouldn't bother you if it was on a normal lap, but it's... Oh, 1.8 and I've gone wide. Oh, sharp intake of breath. You know, it's a scary moment when you can't say anything but just... That sharp intake of breath just... Yeah, it just sums it up better than any word can. And you can hear it, so that makes even more difference. If you couldn't hear it, I haven't got a snake and I'm not hissing. That's me doing a sharp intake of breath. I think that was once a TV program with David Jason, as a matter of fact. That's a little bit irrelevant, but there you go. Keeping you interested whilst we're riding on the Northwest 200. Someone's got to. So now into the left-hand side. Gentle as you like. I do recall doing a time trial here where I felt like 3 laps was appropriate. I cut the corner on that ever so slightly and it invalidated my lap, and I remember being absolutely heartbroken. Times have changed. That would have been around 400 videos ago. Actually, it'd be more than that. It'd be 400 ride videos ago, but in total, you're probably talking 1,000. Look at that! A 4-minute 37.582! 2.5 seconds quicker than the previous best set by myself. Wow. Okay. Alright, that's good. Let's just go for it then. No inhibitions now, guys and gals. I said I want to do at minimum 5 laps. This is the lap. If we perish, we perish. If we crash, we crash. It is what it is. We're going for it now. Hard on the anchors. Ah, that's deep. That is deep to the York corner. Not... how much time are we going to lose there? I guess we'll find out in about a minute's time. So we've got to keep an eye out there. There we go. Whoa! Don't ever say that DrAce doesn't push. Don't let it be said that DrAce takes his foot off the pedal. He takes the hand off the throttle when things are going calm. No, we keep on pushing. Just because the job's technically done or close to being finished doesn't mean we just pack it in. You've got to keep on pushing. There's no championship at stake here. This is a video, for goodness sake. I'm just going to give it everything I've got, just like I do with every other one. But to the right, oh, it's getting bouncy again. It might be bouncy, but we're still on it, and we only lost 0.3 of a second there. I made a flummox into the first corner, Well, the third corner technically is the York corner, but yeah, we did a big mistake there, and then onto the brakes going into the roundabout. But I'm not going to let that deter us. If we can get a lap time that's consistent, maybe we'll get 4 in a row. Well, 5 in a row of improvements. That would be something else. That would be really good. I'd be very happy with that. What a way to end Ride 4 with 5 consecutive improvements here in the Northwest 200. Now, I want it to be reiterated that I'm still pushing here. I wasn't just chilling at the start of the video to make this video a thing. It wasn't the theme of the video when I started. This is just a request from Zen. So into the left-hand side. Not bad, a little bit deep, but we will have that tight apex again. Goodness me. It's a good job he doesn't put his knee out any further than that. Oh, we're close again. Oh, wow. This is something else. I'm really happy with this. This has been a good performance. Across the line, we are going to get a time indication. Are we improving? Okay, we lost 0.6 of a second. I did go a little bit deep into this corner here. So can we improve? Hard on the brakes. Pull it in nice and tight. Back across to the left. That was better. Ooh, a little bit strong in the acceleration. That was better, though. I can lean back in my chair again. But still, it's not going to be by a significant amount. Onto again, another straight. I felt like when we caught the rumble strip and the next corner approaching rapidly is where we lost a bit of time again. So I'm going to try and go as late as I possibly can here. Later than the sign. Hard on the brakes. Pull it in at the last minute. Oh, we went across it again. Quick change of direction again. That's close. But we're on it. We are absolutely on it. I feel I can brake even later to the intersection that's coming up. There's a sort of T-junction approaching. If we get close to that, I feel like we can brake a little bit later. But we're going to have to give a lot. There is the marker that I usually use as a braking guide. Give it everything. Hard on the brakes, both front and rear. It's not looking too bad. We'll get an indication of the sector time coming up. Now we pulled it in. We also slipped up a little bit here. We didn't do it this time. This could be an improvement. I don't know if it's going to be a 37 low, but it could just be a small improvement. Look at the bike going straight there. It didn't want to turn in. It just refuses. But it still somehow cooperated with us. And we are on a charge. Again, getting close to the pavement. Look at the pagodas at the front there. I've never seen so many pagodas near houses. Something else in the Isle of Man, isn't it? But hard on the brakes we go. A bit later than usual. Has it paid off? It looks like it has. Again, very precise going into that first corner. And then back into the right-hand side here. Back to the exchange for the left. Oh, I've got a good feeling about this. This could be a good one. This could be a good lap. I feel we've really tidied up the final part of this lap here. Might not have gone so peachy at the beginning. But we go on to the power and we'll get across the line. Is it? It is an improvement by a second! Oh, 4:36, 4:83. Well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I can't believe that. And who says we have to stop there? Let's just go for it again. I said 5 laps would be my minimum. I can't speak. But I'm going to... Oh, why not? Let's just go for it. This is the one then. This is the one where we either make or break. Either we crash and burn, or we will end up with a 4:minute 35. Just go for it. Just no inhibitions now. The front tyre is nice and warm. Rear tyre is okay. But I think it's be enough now. Now be sure to be heated up with a lot of rear brake. So we're into the roundabout again. A small chicane leading into the roundabout. Not bad. I would say that's about as clean as we did on the previous lap. But bear in mind we did lose 0.6 here in the first sector compared to the previous lap. Well, the previous before the previous lap. So the penultimate lap, let's say. Is it going to be an improvement? I think we've done around 50 miles already on this bike. I'm not entirely sure how many miles we've done, but we've done a lot. It's such a scary moment that. It doesn't feel that bumpy when you race it. Oh, 0.3 of a second. Oh, this is going to end well. This is the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one. If we crash and burn, we crash and burn. You know the point. You get it. This is it. What a video. Big thanks to Zen for shouting out. You deserve a shout out. Sven, sorry, for giving this idea. I think it has worked out wonderfully. I wasn't expecting this to be really that entertaining, but honestly, I've been kept on the edge of my seat for this one. And I hope you guys have as well. So into the left-hand side again, bit late. Nice and tight though. This is a good lap. I think this could be the ideal lap time to show to anyone who wants to learn the Northwest 200. It's a bit late in Ride 4's lifespan, but could be interesting if it's in for Ride 5, so we'll see in the future. But anyway, again, back to the change direction, back to the right. Not bad. I don't think that was as strong as we did on the previous lap. I'm keen to see the sector time. Again, it's coming up rather fast. So is this the last time we'll be crossing this sector here? Make it a good one. Cross the line. 8. Close enough to 8/10 of a second. Can we better that? Hard on the brakes again. We went really late there. Is it? It is good. Oh, it is good. It is beautiful. It's absolutely oh, we went sideways. It was almost stunning. The braking part was stunning. That was awesome. But unfortunately, the strong acceleration point there didn't help us at all. But on the straight, the opportunity to get into the 4-minute 35s is upon us. Quick check to see if the recording was still going there. That's why I moved a little bit skew-whiff on the bike. But here we go then. Hard on the brakes again, late as we possibly can. Into the left. Let's not cut across the apex. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. This is it. This is it. This is a 4-minute 35. Oh, 4-minute 34 would be very audacious. I guess we'll find out very, very soon. So here for the T-junction. I don't even know if it is a T-junction. I've never really paid that much attention. But there it is. Hard on the brakes. Oh, it's late. Is it too late? It's a little bit wide. It's more so like the V-shaped line, isn't it? It's not a bad attempt. We're up by 4.5 of a second. This could be it. I have a feeling we might miss out just by a fraction. Under the bridge we go. Thankfully no trains are coming past, but into the right. Oh, not bad. Still on it. I don't think I can do any later on the brakes going into the left where the number 3 was, where I've been using as a braking marker. My mind slipped. I can't remember what corner that is. But we're on the charge. Still no fans in attendance, but we're charging. Here we go. There is the number 3. Brake at the lamppost, well, as early if you can. Hard on the brakes. Quick change of direction. Beautiful. Hard on the brakes again. Just enough to slow you down. Quick change of direction. Oh, this is it. This is it. Move to the forward part of your chairs, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to stand if this is a 4-minute 35. To the left. Oh, that's tight. Bring on the power. Is it a 4:35? Oh! Okay, then it wasn't quite a 4:35, but that was still a damn good effort. 6 consecutive laps of improvements here in the Northwest 200. Big thank you for Sven for recommending this video. This has been a lot of fun, but guys, this has been the last Ride 4 video on the channel. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you've enjoyed all of my Ride 4 videos from the past. But guys, that's it from me for now. See you tomorrow for more MotoGP or whatever content we've got tomorrow. See you then. Thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.